You're now live.
Hi everybody, I'm Michael Feinstein. This is Coen Sosa.
How's it going?
We're here in beautiful Palm Desert in the dressing room of the McCallum Theatre where I am performing tonight. And Coen is a very special guest in our show. It's a celebration of great classic American music, and Coen was part of our Great American Songbook Academy intensive last summer. And he's now in college. Where at
Azusa Pacific University.
Azusa Pacific University.
Azusa Pacific University. There we go.
That's very musical. We'll have to set that if it's not set. And so it's wonderful to catch up with you. We just had a rehearsal, and he sounds fantastic, and he's going to wow the audience, and that makes me proud. So tell me what you've been doing since the Songbook Academy last year.
Since Songbook Academy, I'm going to Azusa Pacific University, set to music now, and there I'm just pursuing music. I'm a part of their commercial music and voice program, and I'm just basically, I know how to read rhythm now, which is nice. We were having a discussion about that, and it's just, it's really nice to, like, you know, the more you learn about music, the more you fall in love with it. And I'm just integrating that into songwriting, which is another thing I'm very, very passionate about. And yeah, I've just been up to that, really just like expanding myself musically and as a person, you know, yeah.
So with music, you did it instinctively. Did you have music instruction before college?
It was,
did you read music?
No, not entirely. It's a little complicated. My parents were both very heavily integrated music into our lives at a very early age. She both forced me and my brother to take piano, and I quit piano immediately after like I think a couple weeks. I was like, this is dumb. Like, why does anybody need this?
Because you have to practice, right?
Because you have to practice, and that takes time and commitment. But now it's something that I can't imagine my life without, just because I started just kind of teaching myself piano, I think my sophomore year, and then guitar the summer after my junior year. And yeah, I didn't really have any really actual knowledge of what I was doing. I was just like, messing around and stuff like that. Yeah. And Songbook was the first time I think that I thought to myself, maybe I should learn, what I'm doing and stuff like that. Because being around kids that are incredibly talented and know what they're doing musically. Like one time we were in a session just working out on this girl's song, and the coach was like, "Can you end on the 7th? I think that'd be actually kind of cool." She's like, "Yeah, sure." And I was like,
"What's the 7th?
What's that?
The 7th day?
What's
the 7th?
The 7th." And that was my first year at Songbook, and I was like, "Man, I gotta step up my game." And so, that a Songbook is very, very responsible for sparking my interest in music, and ever since then it's just snowballed. So yeah.
Well, thank you for that. So we have our next Songbook Academy coming in I think it's July, but applications are now open for that. You can apply up until March 15th. That's the deadline. So we'd like to encourage any of you who are considering it.
Do it.
So
I did it twice, and it was amazing both years. So.
Well, it really, for me, is something to see the bonding experience that happens with so many people. With every year that we do it, everybody definitely stays connected, and it's become a network that has made me very proud, because it's like planting seeds of this music, and regardless of where everybody goes, it's something that they carry with them, I think, through life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So. No, definitely. Yeah, I still keep in touch with a lot of my friends from both years at Songbook. Yeah, I'm actually I'm writing partners with Lily.
Yes.
Shires. We're working on a song right now, and she lives in Ohio.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like networking like that, and not just the networking aspect, but that feeling and connection that you have, that even if your state's apart, that connection doesn't go away.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for me?
Of course. Right here. The first question I had for you.
I don't answer first questions. Go to the second.
Okay, I'm going to the second one. At what age did you make the decision that you would pursue music as your career?
Yesterday, I think it was yesterday.
Yesterday. What time?
2:30.
2:30. Nice.
It was an evolution for me. I started playing piano at the age of 5 by ear, and I hated lessons. I hated practicing, so I was similar to most young people that way. But after I got out of high school, I didn't want to go to college. I didn't know what I was going to do, so I just started playing in piano bars where there were. When I was that age, 17, there were a lot of opportunities to play piano in places. And so it was during that period that I was playing piano in my late teens that I decided I wanted to make music my life. I wasn't sure I could though, but one thing led to another, and it was an evolution. So it was around 17 I decided. That's the short answer to the question.
Yeah, and did you like at that age were there a lot of doubts swirling in your mind, like when that moment like clicked of like I need to do this for the rest of my life, like I need to make this my career? Were there any doubts? Like were you scared at all?
Yes.
Or, yeah.
Life, I think, is always filled with questioning, and to find the path sometimes takes the courage to follow our intuition and to know that what the inner voice is saying to us is more important than the fear that comes from all this other stuff. In other words, if I was totally rational in the sense that if I listened to that rational voice and people were saying, well, you can't make a living with music, you can't do this, you need to get a job doing whatever, I wouldn't have pursued music. But my desire to be involved with music was so deep and so great, I knew that I had to pursue it because it was so insistent, and I knew that a part of me would die if I didn't. So I just followed that because in a way I was helpless not to. But people always say, well, I can't because of this, or I can't because of that, and that voice, that doubting voice comes in. So it's something that I still deal with. I think most people do. So
now we're going back to the first question, and we're going to answer it. Was there a key moment in your life that inspired you to start the Great American Songbook Foundation?
One day I was looking around in my home at all the things I'd collected. I have collected records and music and memorabilia since I was very, very young because I always had a curiosity and an interest in preserving stuff. I don't know why. And one day I thought, I've got all this stuff, what am I going to do with it? And it was then that I decided to create an organization to preserve the music, and then I thought, well, I've got to find a way to help keep the music alive for younger generations, to do something to keep it going, and that's when I founded it. So that was about 12, 13, 14 years ago that I had the idea, and then we've been in existence about 12 years or so.
Did you have like any idea that it was going to become what it is today, like inspire so many kids?
I had no idea, and it's grown very quickly, and it's been remarkable. So, if there's any questions that anybody has, we can answer them. But
that's great.
So I just really wanted to check in with you because being on the road so much and being busy, I don't have that many opportunities to see our graduates in person, even though many come to different concerts when I perform. But it's always great to catch up. So one more question, if I may. What kind of music speaks to you? Because you're doing a standard tonight, you're writing music, and you're learning about all different kinds of music in school. So have you figured out where you're going to go with all of it and what kinds of music, or do you not tend to think of genres?
I think more and more lately in the way music is kind of heading, I feel like genres are kind of fading out just a little bit, like just cross genres, and the way that music is created now is from such a place of freedom, but I'd say anything but country. I'm kidding. R&B, man, that's a loaded question. That's a loaded question.
Yes, it is.
Of course, jazz.
So a little bit of everything, just
a little
what
bit,
appeals to you?
Just a little bit of everything, and just a little bit of everything. I feel like that's what, any artist, that anyone who creates out of a little bit of everything around them, because you can't create out of nothing.
Right. Everything comes from something.
Everything comes from something, and it's just kind of this endless force that keeps you know, rolling along.
Yes.
Yeah, and to be part of that would be a dream come true. Yeah.
Well, you're doing it, and that's the wonderful thing. So I wish you well. I wish you continued success. He's going to be fantastic tonight. And so thank you for watching us. You've taken over Instagram, right?
Yes.
For,
I have.
so
Follow
stay tuned to Instagram. Very important news flashes will be coming, and things that you may even enjoy knowing about as opposed to world news. So please join us in the Songbook Academy. The deadline is March 15th for those who wish to enter and become a part of our family, and we'd certainly love to welcome you. So this is Michael Feinstein and Coen Sosa signing off.